Holy shit, guys. Wow. Lots of bad things are going on. We're going to talk about what I would say, what I would call operating system fatigue. Uh, if you hear typing in the background, it's because I'm going to be pulling up a website. And I'm sure that most people that are listening right now are aware of chat control and they're aware of, unfortunately, age verification. Now, I have my own perspective on this. I've thought about it. It makes me kind of mad, and it kind of points in the direction why the Free Software Foundation exists, and this becomes, in my opinion, a purely philosophical argument, and you can, at the end of the day, do what you as you want and as you should, come to your own conclusions and come to own uh, your own opinions as you always should. I was reading different people's opinions on this, and my issue with one of the arguments that I see getting thrown around, which I'm not a fan of, is it's just age verification. I'm gonna get sued. I'm going to blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's like just comply, just comply, just comply, just comply, you know what I mean? And it's concerning because Linux has always been about freedom. We're not like Windows. We're not like Mac. You own your computer. You own your hardware. You should own the operating system on it. And it's sad because I think there is a solution with this. It's don't fucking do it. Linux and BSD is becoming increasingly like split in this ideology. Some are saying, well, we're going to get sued. We have to comply with the law, blah, blah, blah. So, I guess like the way I look at it is, I mean, System D is going to incorporate essentially a way to do age verification, uh, which I've always been a System D hater, a Debian hater. On the server side, it's a little bit. I don't mind Ubuntu as my server, but I think there are better options out there. And I think the thing is, we need to be able to reject this, and you should. So, if you look as of March of 2026, AB 1043 takes effect January 1st, 2027. No major distribution has shipped an application facing compliance mechanisms yet, but the infrastructure is forming upstream. Midnight BSD is doing it, a desktop BSD system, shipped with the first based system age verification Daemon in March 2026, though it is purely self declared and does not satisfy statutes requiring identity checks. System D merged a birth date field in the user records of March 18th, 2026. Pretty much a XDG desktop portal. PR defines the application facing API. And the original free desktop.org dbus proposal has been closed. The portal approach is the path forward. Here's where every project stands. System D will do it. I guess before, if you don't know, if you live in under a rock, we're going to talk about AB 1043. Is the Digital Age Assurance Act is a California law that mandates age verification for software applications and online services, set to take January 1st, 2027. It aims to protect young users while balancing privacy concerns and access to information. Imagine you buy a car and you go home and you give it to your kid that's 16, age, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He gets in the car, a screen pops up. It says, are you 18? Or 16 or whatever? Well, yeah, it wouldn't have been given to me. I wouldn't have a license. I mean, it'd be stupid to do all these steps and then just be like, just making sure. Are you 18? Are you 16? It's fucking retarded. And then because I have a theory what it's going to lead to. I mean, this is my tinfoil hat. There's no proof, but that's what AB 1043 is. And we'll get in towards the middle or the end. This isn't going to be like a super like long and in-depth thought process. This is just my perspective. System team will do it upstream. Canonical published clarification, reviewing the internal with legal counsel, but no concept and plans. Debian active discussion. Debian legal and Debian develop mailing list. Aaron Rainbolt kick secure proposed. Aaron Rainbolt kick secure Unix proposed. Org free desktop age verification 1 dbus interface. Can you remember Fluffy Wolf responded with satirical system D censored counter proposal, no official project position. Yeah, if anyone's supporting this, you should call them out and make fun of them because they're a fucking loser. My operating system doesn't need to know my fucking age. That's my if you don't want to sit here and listen to me fucking yell for maybe like 30 to 40 minutes, your operating system doesn't need, it's none of their business what your age is. It doesn't matter if it's just putting a date. It's the point. I own it. I own my hardware. I've already purchased it. Why not just ID me at the fucking store where I'm buying computer parts? Like, why stop there? Why stop here? Why don't you just when I go to insert fucking computer store and I'm like, hi, I would like a motherboard. Please insert your age, sir, and show us your ID before you can like, you know what I mean? It'd be fucking lunacy. No one in the right mind would ever hand over their ID for a fucking graphics card. It'd be fucking retarded. But fuck. I don't know. It's just fucking stupid. System 76 CEO Carl Smallballs in a blog post opposing mandates as a technical ineffective, which is based, met with Colorado co-author San Matt Ball. Senator suggests excluding open source software from SB 26 actively lobbying. Cool that they oppose it, but I think they're going to incorporate it because they're in Colorado or something. Arch Linux is science, no official response. I mean, Arch has no account set up, no install drivers. Yeah, how are you going to do this with like Gentoo and like LFS and source-based distros like Arch Linux 32, excluding what the fuck? The community maintained Arch maintained 32-bit fork blocked access from Brazilian and California IPs in 2026. Took effect. The website downloaded package repositories and farms. I mean, you could just get a VPN. Kick Secure. Aaron Rainbow started working on a compliance plan, but has been put on hold following public discussion. Most recent public statement is that Kick Secure and Unix are currently unlikely to implement an age API. This may later be updated to highly unlikely or changed to planned. Original plans were to store only age bracket data, no birth dates, with a user trigger updates when they cross the bracket boundaries. Privacy researchers have questioned whether their age verification mechanism is compatible with privacy focus. Yeah, it's fucking retarded. If Kick Secure does this and Aaron pisses his pants bolt fucking does this too, fuck him. The point is to blend in with everyone. If nobody puts in their age, putting your age into it, you now have no idea that it's being collected or sent or whatever. Let's just put that into a hypothetical. Now we know that half these people in XY state are under 18. It's a metadata point. A birthday is not just a birthday. It's a metadata point. You go from unknown amount of people to 9 million people. That's the point. You are taking a group of people and you are putting them in a bracket. It's fucking plain and simple. Just giving your age puts you into a bracket and puts a number in front of it. Knowing your age puts you into an unknown bracket and nobody fucking knows. I mean, it's fucking retarded. Now you know age demographics. Now you know, I could go through a list of things. Like, we can kind of guess, net worth. Now we can kind of guess these kind of things because we have an age bracket. It's simple. It's OPSEC 101. It's fucking retarded to not even consider this. And it's about user freedom. User freedom allows me to just take my operating system, modify it if I want, use it how I want. This is fucking lunacy. But we have retards and fucking, this is going to get somewhat political, but we have fucking retards in our parliament, in our Congress, in our state that represents us, that we're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to come up with fucking dumb shit ideas like this, instead of being effective at running the government, running the country, taking on actual criminals. I'm gonna have to age verify before someone gets fucking arrested for committing terrible things with Jeffrey Epstein. Isn't that insane? Linux, we're gonna get Linux compliance before actual justice for anyone. Super cool, right? So Midnight BSD Super Gay is gonna comply. Fuck them. In 2026, the age Damien stores per user age, date of birth, in an SQLite database. Super unbased, by the way. SQLite sucks. I hate it. Exposed over a Unix socket, enabled by default in the rc.config, and started before the login. The HCTL CI sets and queries age data, the C function added to lib-built. Some other stuff, purely self-destructed root CI, no external verification, and no network calls. The PR body states that it will not comply with Brazil over the proposed law in New York. They require ID checks. The geographic copyright exclusion in California and Brazil remain in place alongside. Still gay. Omarchy Linux, hate them, but cool that they refused. Aiden GNU refused. NixOS, silent because no one cares about them. No one uses NixOS anyways. No one to worry about. Artix Linux, unbased. Honestly, not a fan. But the developer knows we will never require any verification or identification from the user. Systemd, free fork arch based, super based. The user DB birthdate field does not exist on Artix system because systemd sucks, and you can suck D's nuts essentially. Public statement from Graphene OS will remain usable by anyone around the world without requiring personal identification or an account. Graphene OS, based and super cool of them. Our services will remain available internationally. If Graphene OS devices can't be sold in a region due to their regulation, so be it. Android open source based project, not Linux, but the stance applies to the same statutes. SteamOS, no public response, and Ageless Linux. Fragrantly non-compliant, ships a machine-readable refusal notice, provides no age collection information. Ageless Linux, what a base name, by the way. It provides no brackage API, plans to distribute physical devices to children at school STEM fairs, and invites enforcement. They're like, try me, fuckers. Systemd user. This is why I'm a Systemd hater. You can go in and remove it, most likely. People are already making scripts and installs are doing this. And different, some distros are complaining to comply. On the unfortunate need for age verification, literally zero, by the way. There is no need for age verification. Parents need to be parents, get involved in their kids' lives, and control what they do on the internet. It's not that hard. Very easy to refuse this lunacy, to be completely honest. And the thing is, I see this argument circling around from Linux distro maintainers that, do you want us to get fined into oblivion? Do you want us to lose it? It's just an age bracket. It's just a number. That is it. And it's back to my point. You are in the free and open source community. You can do what you wish, but you're literally fighting against the machine when you install Linux. You're fighting against using proprietary software. You're fighting against the billion-dollar corporations that are enforced and indoctrinated to your children. You literally are forced to use Microsoft. When you go into the school system, Microsoft. When you buy a laptop, it comes with Microsoft. Your money is being exchanged for proprietary software. That proprietary software does not respect your privacy, it does not respect you, and it does not respect the freedom that free and open source software gives you. It's lunacy to even think that when you start a Linux distribution, that you aren't doing something somewhat active, or some form of activism, whether it be small or not, against the big, terrible closed source and proprietary software. You are fighting against big tech that is constantly trying to surveil us, and it's going to start with enter your age, and then it's going to end with give me your ID to log in to your computer. It doesn't stop at this arbitrary age thing, because people can lie. They know that you can lie, and they know you will lie. You will just put a random age in there, 1984, 6090, 420, whatever, and you'll move on. And then what was the point of this? There's no point. What is the point of putting an age bracket and age verification if people are going to lie? When I was younger, I used to go on porn sites. I used to go on fucking amateur rated game sites. Any site that you can think of where I had to legally be 18, and they just put up a little sign and they're like, hey, are you 18 so we don't get sued by a big lawyer? Yeah, I just clicked like most people. I mean, who didn't watch an R-rated movie before they were of age? It's lunacy. But the difference is when I go into a theater and they're like, well, we need to see your ID. That's me handing it to somebody who sees tens of thousands of people a day, and they're like, cool. And then you move on. There's no holding. There's no information that needs to be collected. They're not even going to remember me. That's the difference. When it's put on my machine, my computer that's connected to the internet, it's going to go into, now you need an internet connection. Now we need to collect your street address. Now we need to collect your ID so you can have access to the internet. And it's going to be, well, we don't want to get fined into oblivion. If you aren't a bitch and you are going to stand up against this, in my opinion, digital authoritarianism, you will ultimately come to the conclusion that you shouldn't comply. And this whole argument is, I'm going to get sued. This is my only project. Well, maybe you should have thought before you put your face in front of a company and made people trust you with not only your sovereignty, your digital sovereignty, but your privacy and your right to free and open source software. The point is, from a Unix philosophy, is when I put it on my machine, it is mine. I own it. And everyone gave that right to like a certain degree. Like developers, when they make this, they know that people are using it, and they know they are incorporating it into themselves, and they know that they care about freedom, and they care about privacy fundamentally. What is this fear of hypothetical fining that deep that you're willing to shrivel and take the boot and shove it deep down your throat because you fear that they might fine you? I would suggest developers in general to keep their identity, as private as much as possible, so they don't have to worry about getting fined. Who are you going to find if you don't know who it is? And even if it got to the point where they knew who you are, Linux is distributed. They can't force this. It's not even possible. It's an operating system. You can do LFS. You could literally take Linux and build it from scratch. Are you a developer now? Do you have to incorporate this? Are they going to fine everybody? They can't. If everyone just says, I'm the maintainer of, Arch Linux, they can't find you, the meme, they can't find us all. They can't. It'd be insane. This is why if you want to free yourself from this lunacy and, in my opinion, garbage, this is going to be the test that is going to show the true colors of these free and open source advocates. I'm speaking of a specific Linux maintainer. It's not the point, but I just read their tweet or whatever platform they were on, and it was like guys, this is my only form of income. You expect me to not comply with government? Yes. Why would you? They're not even, like, you know how many times the government says they're going to just find people into the ground and they just don't? This isn't legal advice. How do you even know? You're just complying based off some insane feelings, by the way. And these distro maintainers like System D, like these organizations behind there that are getting paid, probably either a boatload of money in donations or grants or whatever. And they just, at the slight thought of this, they're like, well, yep, we're going to incorporate it somehow. Like, zero pushback. Absolutely zero spine. So look at the Linux distributions that have your interest and your back and actually care about you as the individual and the user, about owning your hardware, owning your software, owning your machine, and making sure that you don't succumb to the ideology of proprietary software that's like getting its grips and deep into your ass and being like, you know what? What's your blood type? Or, et cetera, et cetera. That's what makes us different from Microsoft. That's what makes us different from iPhones. That's what makes us different from Apple is they don't need to know all this information. I use Void Linux. It is a Systemd free rolling release distribution. They stand against this for now, this arbitrary, insane lunacy. And I don't think they're ever going to change it. I mean, if you just read their documentation, they're not like a huge fan of proprietary or non-free software. But look for a Linux distribution that cares about you, cares about the freedom that you have, and doesn't incorporate any of these lunatic policies that are being shoved down by morons that are at the highest level and have probably no idea what even a fucking modem is. And it's just retards. I don't really have much more to say on this besides that there's no good argument for age verification. Even if it's just an arbitrary number, it is metadata and it puts a tag on you, and eventually it's going to become, where's your ID? I guarantee it. It's not going to stop. It's always, until somebody pushes it back, it will always be one step further. Just like chat control, just like the Patriot Act, just like the war on drugs or anything, it's a way to infringe on people's rights and spy on the American people, if not, insert other country here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Over and out.